In this video I'll show you 5 spring cleaning tips that you should definitely know, because with these cleaning has never been so easy, so be sure to watch the video to the end. We start directly with our tip number 1, which is to clean the tap, because even if it looks clean from the outside, it is usually heavily calcified from below. And what can help you here is a balloon like this. Besides the balloon we need one more ingredient, and that is vinegar. Vinegar is a wonderful limescale remover and can be used together with the balloon here at the tap. Tip the vinegar into the balloon and put the balloon over your tap. The tap should remain in the vinegar mixture for about 60 minutes. If the balloon doesn't fit all the way over and the vinegar doesn't touch the tap, as it did in my case, you can also use a normal freezer bag. You can fix it with a rubber band, then it is firmly attached to the tap. And as you can see now, the aerator is here in the vinegar, which means that it should now act for 60 minutes before we can take the whole thing off again. During this time the vinegar can do its work here, while you don't have to do anything. Afterwards take the bag off again, rinse everything well and wipe over again with a cloth or sponge. Most of the dirt should have dissolved by this point and you can get the last little bits of dirt off the tap. Afterwards your tap will be completely free of limescale and really clean again, as you can see here. Then we come to our second cleaning trick, and what should definitely be cleaned in spring: the windows. And what's the easiest way to do that? With corn flour, because corn flour in combination with vinegar is a wonderful homemade window cleaner. Put a tablespoon of corn flour in a spray bottle, then add 60 milliliters of vinegar. Now we fill this up with water. In this case about 500 milliliters of water should be added. Then you have the perfect mixing ratio. Put everything together, as you can see here, into the spray bottle and then shake it thoroughly so that everything's really well mixed. And there you have it, a homemade window cleaner that really cleans your windows without streaks. Of course I'll show you exactly how to do this. Spray this mixture onto your dirty windows. As you can see here, some of my windows are really very dirty. So I spray some of it on the windows, leave it to work for about 10 minutes and then start wiping everything off again with a nice damp cloth. So now I wipe over with the cloth and then pull everything off again with the window squeegee and then wipe it really nice and dry. And you should have your windows really nice and streak free, and all thanks to a little corn flour, vinegar and water. So why don't you try this method out for yourself? As you can see, the windows are really clean again afterwards and you have a very good view again. In our third cleaning trick we will tackle the toilet, because even if you clean it really well, there are still places on the toilet that don't get clean right away. And one of these places is definitely under the rim, and here vinegar can help you again. Put some vinegar in a bowl, as you can see in my picture. Once you've done that, you also need toilet paper, because you put it into the vinegar so that it's really soaked up, and then you can press it under the rim of your toilet. And you do this once all around the toilet so that there is really a little of the vinegar everywhere. Once you've done that, you should let it really soak in. Leave it in the toilet for at least half an hour before you start to wipe everything down and through with the toilet brush. In between, flush every now and then so that the remains of the toilet paper really do come out from under the rim. And then in most cases you will see that some of the dirt that was previously under the rim will also come out, so you can get the toilet really clean under the rim. And spring cleaning is a great time to do that. So be sure to try out this little trick for yourself. That way you can have a really clean toilet again. And then we come to our cleaning trick number 4. If you also have a carpet that has small stains from time to time, either because a cat has spat on it, you have split some coffee or other things, then you can use shaving foam for this. Shaving foam can make the carpet really clean again. I spread a good amount of shaving foam on the stain on the carpet and then work it in. because what we want to achieve now is that the shaving foam is really all over the fibers of the carpet. You can either massage it in with your hands if it's a long pile carpet, or if it's a carpet like the one I'm looking at, you can just take a towel and work the shaving foam into the carpet until it's really incredibly well distributed. In the next step you have to wait. And here it can also take some time. I usually leave the whole thing in the carpet overnight so that the shaving foam can do its work during this time and ensure that the stain really does disappear completely from the carpet. When the day is over, most of the shaving foam will no longer be visible, as you can see here in the video. Then you should take a brush like this one and start rubbing over the stain. This is how we get the remaining dirt and shaving foam out of the carpet. Afterwards, vacuum again if there is any residue left on the carpet, and the stain should be completely gone, as you can see here in my case. So if you also have stains in your carpet, you can remove them really quickly and easily with some shaving foam. And that brings us to the last cleaning tip for spring cleaning. Because dust is always an annoying evil that we have to remove in the household, and especially on skirting boards or here on the surfaces, dust is very annoying. But there is a way to prevent dust from settling again so quickly, and I would like to show you how to do this. But the first step is to remove the dust from the surfaces. That means you wipe over it once with a cloth so that there is no more dust on it. And now you can use fabric softener to make sure that dust doesn't come back so quickly. Fabric softener impregnates your surfaces, so to speak, and this makes it harder for dust to stick to them and simply fall off. This means that in the case of the skirting boards, for example, the dust falls to the floor and simply vacuumed away with the normal vacuuming. To do this, put a very small amount of fabric softener on a cloth and rub it over the surfaces you want to impregnate, so to speak. Afterwards, there's no disgusting smeary layer or anything because we applied it very thinly. But the whole thing is enough to stop dust from coming in so quickly. And so you can really treat all kinds of surfaces that are otherwise very dusty with it, so that you don't have to dust as much. Why don't you try it out for yourself? Because it really works incredibly well. Over time, of course, the effect wears off, but you'll see that, and you should repeat this step every now and then. And those were my top 5 tips for spring cleaning. Feel free to write me in the comments which of these you liked best, or if you know of any others, feel free to write them in the comments. I'm going to link you another video in which I show you 10 incredible cleaning tricks with shaving cream. Be sure to check out that video as well. If you liked the video, then I would be really happy about a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new video.